Okay, I would like to call to order today's meeting of the State of Nevada Board of Examiners for Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. Could I ask the clerk to take the roll, please?
Yes, good morning. Governor Sisolak.
Here.
Secretary of State Sagaski.
I'm here, but it's hard to hear all of you.
Attorney General Ford.
Here.
Let the record reflect we do have a quorum.
Okay, moving on to item number 2, public comment. This is the first time set aside for public comment. Anyone wishing to address the board on any item that is on today's agenda, items that are on the agenda, please step forward, identify yourself for the record, and comments will be limited to 3 minutes. I'll start with Carson City. Do we have anybody in Carson City for public comment? Seeing no one. Do we have anybody in Las Vegas for public comment?
No public here, Governor.
Okay, do we have any written or telephonic? Okay, then I'll close public comment. Move on to item number 3, approval of the March 8th, 2022 meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Yeah, so moved. This is Barbara Sagaski.
We have a motion on the floor from Secretary Sagaski. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Item number 4, state vehicle purchases.
Good morning. There are 2 requests for vehicles on the agenda today. The first request is from the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, Division of Forestry, to purchase 3 new vehicles for an amount up to $222,802. These vehicles are funded with American Rescue Plan Act funds. The second request is from the Department of Corrections Prison Industries to purchase 1 replacement vehicle for an amount up to $8,934. This vehicle will be purchased from state purchasing. The vehicle being replaced has met the age and/or mileage requirements in SAM. Are there any questions on these items?
Do we have any questions? We'll take these 2 items together. Do we have a motion on item number 4?
Move approval.
We have a motion on the floor from General Ford. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 5, authorization contract with the current and/or former state employee.
There are 3 items in this agenda item today. Do you want me to take these all together or separate?
Let's do them together. Does Secretary General Ford, do you object if we take them together?
I do
I don't
not.
object.
This is
Okay, let's take them together.
Okay. The first item is from the Department of Administration Purchasing Division to contract with a former employee to provide technical assistance for apprenticeship programs for the Department of Business and Industry. This individual will be employed on a part-time basis through HAT Limited Partnership, doing business as Manpower through June 30th of 2022. The second item is also from the Department of Administration Purchasing Division. This is to contract with a former employee to provide assistance with the reintegration of the offender management system into the Nevada Offender Tracking Information System for the Department of Corrections. This individual will be employed on a part-time basis, also through Manpower, and this is through June 30th of 2023. The final item under agenda item 5 is from the Department of Administration Purchasing Division to contract with a former employee to provide legal research and assistance and training for the Attorney General's office. This individual will be employed on a part-time basis through Manpower, and this one is also through June 30th of 2022. Are there any questions on these items?
I have no questions. General Ford or Secretary Sagaski?
None here.
no question here.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Move approval.
We have a motion for approval from General Ford. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing and seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion, any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 6, request for recommendation of approval of the Interim Finance Committee for an allocation amount from the contingency account.
There are 2 items under agenda item 6 for a recommendation to the Interim Finance Committee for allocations from the IFC contingency account. The first item is a request for a recommendation to the Interim Finance Committee from the Department of Indigent Defense Services for an allocation of $8,960 to fund costs associated with the maximum contribution amount for indigent defense-related costs. Are there any questions on this item?
No questions?
None here. Move approval.
But no, we're not done yet. We got one more.
Do you want to do them together?
Let's do
Oh,
that.
my apologies.
That's
Okay.
okay.
All right. The second item is from the Department of Public Safety, Dignitary Protection, for an allocation of $373,051 to fund 3 positions to provide increased dignitary protection services to protect the governor and first family.
I've got a legal question. Can I vote on 6B?
Rosalie Bordelov here for the record, if you have that question. Unless there's a conflict other than just the nature of your position, I don't see a reason that you couldn't vote.
No, there's no conflict other than that they're my protection unit. Kevin, we good?
For the record, Kevin Benson, General Counsel, Office of the Governor. I do not see any conflict here. It is simply the nature of your job. There's no personal conflict or anything of that nature. So I concur with Ms. Bordelov's recommendation.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have a motion on 6A and B?
I move approval.
We have a motion for approval. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Anybody opposed? Sorry, but I heard 3 voices. Approval of a license agreement, number 7.
Agenda item 7 is from the Department of Transportation pursuant to NRS 408.353 subsection 2. The department is requesting the board's retroactive ratification and approval of this contract and all associated amendments, as a recently appointed NDOT board member has an ownership interest in this contract. Are there any questions on this item?
I do not have any questions. Do we have any questions on this one?
None here.
I have,
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
We have a motion for approval from General Ford. Any discussion? Hearing, seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, approval of proposed leases.
There are 7 leases under agenda item 8 today for approval by the board. Are there any questions on any of these items?
No, I don't have any questions. Do we have any questions on item number 8?
None here.
None.
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
We have a motion for approval from General Ford. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing, seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 9, approval of proposed contracts.
There are 39 contracts under agenda item 9 today for approval by the board. I would note that on contract number 3 between the Department of Administration, State Public Works, and Shaw Engineering, the expiration date on that contract or the termination date should be June 30th, 2023, rather than 2020-25. And that is the only adjustment on these items. Are there any questions on these contracts?
No questions. Do we have any questions on item number 9, the contracts?
None here.
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
We have a motion for approval. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing, seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 10, approval of proposed master service agreements.
There are 88 master service agreements under agenda item 10 for approval by the board. Item number 84 with the Children's Cabinet has been amended from $200 million down to $2 million to reflect the services that are included in this contract. Are there any questions on any of these items?
That is a significant adjustment.
Yes, Governor.
Yes.
I
Secretary,
need to make a disclosure on agenda item 10, contract number 76, relating to the proposed master agreement with Opportunity Village. May I disclose that now?
please.
I do not believe the independence of judgment of a reasonable person in my situation would be materially affected by my relationship with Opportunity Village as a board member. Based on the nature of my relationship with Opportunity Village, I'm not going to recuse myself from voting on MSA contract number 76 under agenda item 10. And I now ask the Deputy Attorney General if that disclosure is satisfactory under NRS Chapter 20 or 281A.
Rosalie Bordelov for the record. Yes, Secretary. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, Secretary Sagaski. Do we have a motion on item number 10?
Move approval.
We have a motion for approval from General Ford. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing and seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11 is an information item. Do you have any presentation or comments on that one?
Nope, just that there are 57 contracts and one master service agreement over the $10,000 and under the $100,000 threshold that were approved by the clerk of the board between February 15th, 2022 and March 22nd, 2022.
Do we have any questions on the clerk of the board contracts and master service agreements?
None here.
Okay, I'll close
None-
item number 11.
None, Governor.
Yes,
And
Secretary.
Governor, may I make a, thank you, Governor. I just wanted to, I didn't see a board comment agenda on here, but I just wanted to thank your team again for talking to my team and going through all of these and allowing us the independence of going through it, asking questions, and getting the responses back. So thank you to your team, and thank you for working with us.
Thank you, Secretary. They've done an incredible job briefing all three of us and answering the questions. That's why we go through these meetings relatively quickly, because all of our questions are answered in our briefings. So we thank you for that. Hearing no more board comments, I move on to item number 12, public comment. This is the second time set aside for public comment. Anyone wishing to address the board on any item under the purview of this committee, please step forward, identify yourself for the record, and comments will be limited to 3 minutes. We will once again start in Carson City. Anybody wishing to comment during public comment? Seeing no one. Do we have anyone in Las Vegas?
None here, Governor.
Do we have any telephonic or written public comment? We have no public comment. That brings us up to item number 13. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you both.